This is good enough for Saturday Night Live.
The next Swift Justice case starts right now. Plaintiff Joe Caro is suing his former landlord for personal items he couldn't get after moving out. He's asking for $3,000. Defendant Dolores Soley says the plaintiff's strange behavior created drama for her other tenants. The litigants are bound by the court ruling from Judge Jackie Glass.
So, Joe, you're the plaintiff here today, and you had an issue with Dolores after you rented a room from her. Tell me what happened.
Well, I had answered an ad in Craigslist, and I moved in June, and basically everything was pretty good.
And then when did it start to go bad?
Well, on the 3rd of January, when I gave her the rent check, and she had disclosed to me that she had issues with my showers. I explained to her, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
And she said, well, I've been doing a random sample of your showers. I said, really? She goes over to her computer, prints up a...
And I think we have that to see.
Yes,
so let's see if we can pull up the shower exhibit. There's an example of on December 27th.
Too many
you took
showers.
A shower for 20 minutes. On January 2nd,
Hey, when
you
that
took another
happens.
shower for 21 minutes. Now, let me ask you this.
He's too
What are
clean.
you doing in the shower for all that time?
Oh, what was he
I
doing?
have a fog-free mirror, so I shave and I brush my teeth.
Yeah, I get your
Okay,
fog
so
for you.
it's not just the shower.
Right.
You do the whole
I do
thing.
the whole thing. It's a lot
one-stop
easier.
shopping in the
Exactly.
shower.
He
for you.
wipes
Is that right?
everywhere.
The next day, I explained to her, the log is an obvious example of you wanting me out. So if it's okay with you, if I leave by Saturday, the 8th of January, you can return some of the rent, which would be $400.
Okay.
If you can apply, I know it's not a 30-day notice, but if you can apply that plus the deposit, and then just let me know what the
Did you
remaining...
actually
And then you can
mention
keep her
30-day
stinking
notice?
water.
Did you actually
Yes, I did.
mention those words
Yes,
when you
I
told
did.
her that? And then what did she say?
Well, actually, the night coming back, I find a note on my door stating because I didn't give her a 30-day notice that she keeps the deposit, and plus all money's owing to her, so I go and stop payment on check.
And then, but don't
He
you
stopped
actually
payment on
physically
check.
move all of your belongings out?
The next day, yes, I
And
did.
weren't the police with you?
That was the second trip.
Okay, so the first trip,
The first trip, my friend comes over the next day on the 5th, I believe. We collect my things in the bedroom, and we were going to come back, and I get a phone call from her. She had stated to me that there was a big scratch on the wooden
Oops.
floor, and because you've stopped payment on check, you're no longer able to get your things unless you negotiate with me and give me a substantial rent. And from that point, I knew I had to call the cops.
Coming up.
he's got a meth problem, he's unemployed,
He had disability.
and he's off of Craigslist. He could have been an axe murderer for all you know.
But then he started to do some really bizarre things.
And what were the bizarre things?
One night he was missing a slice of cheese, and he put his finger in my nose and, "Lady, you took
My cheese!
and I'm on a budget."
You cut the cheese! Oh, the suspense. The suspense.
Hey, Red.
We left that. She cut the cheese. Or she stole the cheese.
Swift Justice with Jackie Glass
She
continues.
stole the cheese.
Caro versus Soley. The plaintiff says things were going great with his landlord until he discovered she was launching
cut the
his shower
cheese.
activity. He says things got tense and he told her he was leaving, but she refused to let him take all his belongings. He's asking for $3,000.
So let me hear.
And I want a
from
mini mansion.
Dolores, what's your version of these events?
Well, let me. As we're
Here's
going,
Johnny.
I wasn't trying to get rid of him, but the other people were complaining because I paid the first $280 of the bill, and then whatever is left over is divided amongst the rest of the people. And so they were complaining that because he's taking 2 to 3
Oh,
showers
62.
a day, that the amount of money they were going to have to chuck in towards this.
Well,
Let me, hold on a sec.
Okay.
Hold on. Weren't you concerned about the kind of people that you were going to be letting into your home?
Well, I wasn't really concerned about him because he admitted to me he had a meth problem.
Otherwise than that, he was a good boy.
No. And when he said, "Is that a problem?" my mouth said yes. But he was, he came in, and at first he seemed.
We
okay.
accept all meth
How
addicts.
did you take somebody in when he told you he's got a meth problem?
Uh-huh.
Wait, he's got a meth problem?
Yep.
He's unemployed?
Uh-huh.
Disability.
And he's off of Craigslist.
Otherwise, he's fine.
He could have
He's
been
good.
an axe murderer for all
Oh,
you know.
a gay axe
I'm
murderer.
alive.
So, yeah, I mean, I have a little issue with, you kind of aren't being real careful about who you're taking in.
You
but
think?
you took him in, and then,
He seemed okay.
and he
He seemed, except for the meth
He
problem, he
started to do
was
some really
good.
Bizarre things.
And what were the bizarre things?
Well, for one thing,
There's
one
a meth
night he was
addict.
missing a slice of cheese.
Good cheese.
And
Here's
he
some
put his
cheese.
finger in my nose and, lady, you took my cheese, and I'm on a budget.
No.
Let's repeat that. Let's repeat that, please. That's memorable. Let's repeat that
What were the
point.
bizarre things?
Well,
Here we
for
go.
one thing, one night he was missing a slice of cheese, and he put his finger in my nose and, lady, you took my cheese, and I'm on a budget.
No.
I told him I've got my own cheese, and so I just let it go.
Maybe the both of you should read the book. Who moved my cheese?
Who-
Okay.
Oh, she's funny.
All right. So
Oh,
you
she's
had
good.
The weird thing with the cheese.
What
What else was
producer
weird?
gave her that
Well, I
line?
mean, this was just a quirk rather than weird. But I tried to help him in a lot of ways. Like when he was looking for a mattress, I drove him all over the place, and he was doing this strange thing by stepping back about 6 feet.
He was
from
looking for the
towards bed
cheese.
and leaping on it with his knees in front of all these people. And I asked him, what are you doing? And he said, well, it's my favorite sex position.
Did you say that?
Shock.
No.
Would she make that up?
Yes.
Okay.
I was there.
I mean,
Okay.
we're talking about quirky. It might be equal opportunity quirky here. I'm not sure.
She liked the bed.
So, all right. So, did you tell him after he told you, I know this isn't 30 days notice, but I'm going to leave on Saturday?
To get
Did
my
that
meth.
conversation, did you hear that
He
conversation?
didn't say when he was leaving.
I did.
And it came as a total surprise when I came home from work a little bit earlier
Wait,
than usual.
wait. I can understand why there were communication problems between the two of you.
You think?
Okay? Because obviously the two of you aren't communicating.
You think?
Kind of like the way you and I aren't communicating.
You
right
think?
now. Okay? So just listen real carefully, okay? All right. Did he say, will you waive or not bother about the 30-day notice?
No.
Coming up.
After all you've been through with her, you have a list of things that include a 1-gallon glass jar full of rice. Was this magic rice?
I could care less. When I was requesting that, I figured might as well just throw in what else I
Throw it in. Throw in the
You don't
rice.
see anything wrong with this?
Of course he does it because he's a meth head. He's a gay meth head. The gay part's okay. The meth head, not so much.
Well, and move along.
Stand by. The meth head shall appear. There we go.
Of your
There's the
item
list.
And then refuse to pay up. Submit your case to Judge Jackie Glass. at
You can't because she's
SweetJustice.com.
canceled.
Caro versus Soli. The defendant says the plaintiff was taking 2 to 3 showers a day, and people were
He's
complaining.
too
She accuses
clean.
him of having a drug problem. And
He's
starting
too
to-
much of a druggie.
Now, I understand that you have a list of items that you gave to Dolores, and I believe we can pull up that list. And I want everybody to
All the list.
This is fascinating.
The
to me. I
list
want
is
everybody to-
good.
It's just
Okay,
little
hold on.
things.
Look at the list.
1-gallon glass jar filled with rice.
Magic rice.
You're sending, after all you've been through with her,
I want my
you have a
rice.
list of things that include
I got a wedding to go to.
a 1-gallon glass jar. Was this special rice? Full of rice.
No,
Was this
wedding
magic
rice. Wedding rice.
I could care less. When I was requesting
You
that,
know you want that damn
might
rice.
as well just throw in what else I can get.
Throw in the kitchen
see
sink.
anything wrong
Throw in the rice. Oh.
Judge Jackie's binding decision.
What shall Jackie say? How will she possibly rule on this
In
conundrum?
total, I believe
Here we go.
the value of your items is $50.
50 bucks?
And you can have your rent in the amount of $585 with an offset for your items of $50. So I'm going to find in favor of the defendant for $535. Case is closed.
And she went
You
to
had to
Vegas.
leave because of a dispute with the
Exit.
landlord.
Stage
Give us
left.
your comments on Facebook or
Let's
Twitter.
watch that exit again. Exit. Literally, exit. Stage left.
Case is
What?
closed.
Exit.
If you've had to
Stay
leave
left.
because of a dispute with the landlord, give us your comments on Facebook or Twitter.
Priceless.
The Judge
And
Glass.
I should never have come here.